Alrighty, so it has been a minute since I have done my roots. So the way that I start off is I separate the bottom part completely. You can see back here is completely done. Yeah. So we start off with that, and then I will catch you up on it later.
Putting this bag over my head to restore the bleach and make sure it's getting all the parts, because at first I can't wash those parts, but it didn't. I left that on for about 10 minutes.
Okay, the other thing she just did that really irked me was put a bag on her head and then pushed it down. You don't want to push the existing blonde hair back into the bleach. It'll cause breakage also. So you want to always keep the sections lifted when you put the bag on and not tie the bag too tight around your head. And always spray water in the bag so it heats up and it creates steam.
Okay, so this is how it came out, as I expected. A little bit of hot roots and a little bit of banding right there, which we are going to take care of during bleaching number 2 in 1 week. All right, we are 3 days later. I wanted to make sure to get some oil on my scalp so that I didn't burn myself. I do have psoriasis on my scalp, so I like to make sure to be extra careful. But you do see the banding pretty bad right over here. So today we're gonna go in and put a second layer of bleach from about right here to right here. Don't wanna touch the roots. Done with that, the next step will be we're going to dye the bottom part the dark blue, as well as a little bit of the front. And then we are going to tone the rest of the hair so that it all matches and is the same color. Alrighty, so here we go for round 2 of bleaching. Handy dandy glove on. I go Michael Jackson style. Sometimes you just need this can't fill too much. So sometimes I like to do Michael Jackson style. So I have a 40 developer, which Brad, I know too much, but here's the thing. You know this, we're gonna be adding in some of the Bond Repair. And then I am this time just gonna put in a little bit of a splash of this to take this, make sure that this is brought down to about 25-30. And then I like to use this because it does have keratin in it, and it says it lightens the most out of all of them, so I wanted to give it a try. And it did do good, but unfortunately not as good as I had hoped. So here we go, time to start mixing. Now, like I said, if this is your first time doing bleaching, I highly suggest using foils. One, it's easy. If you're gonna have hot roots, it makes it so much easier to go back and do the roots. Like, if you look back at when I did these foils, there's still a little bit before it reaches the scalp, and that's actually a good thing, because once your hair starts processing and gets to the right thing, you could go back and add the bleach in the roots so that you don't get hot roots if you need to. Now I know that it takes me 2 times, especially when my hair is as long as it was. It's gonna take 2 times of bleaching to get it to where I want it. So I already knew that. So when I did the roots, I knew I would get hot roots, but I knew that it would make it much easier for me this time around because I don't have to worry about roots. I'm just going through and trying to fill in where in the length where it is banding. That is going to make your life so much easier, I promise. I promise. But yeah, and then once we're done with all, and then next time, my next shower washing hair day, we're going to dye the bottom and we're going to do a toning treatment on the top. When we wash it out, we're going to do a deep conditioning treatment, put it under some heat, let it get inside there, and then rinse it out and not touch it for 2-3 days. Let the poor little babies heal. And every time I take a shower from this point forward, I put on either a really nice conditioner or I put on a mask so that at least it's staying very hydrated. I really like using that ion rebond stuff that they have. I notice a big difference when I use the stuff that you're supposed to put in, rinse out, and not use conditioner. I see a huge difference when I use that. Huge difference in how soft my hair is after. Okay, so now, here's the thing. Now we gotta flip it. come back to this side. Okay, so now time to do 2 more of these. Okay, little brushy brush. Now you notice I'm not brushing the bleach. I'm only brushing the ends of where I'm going to be dealing with. You do not want to brush through bleach while it's on your hair, or brush your hair while it's still wet after a bleach, if you can avoid it. Let it dry, put on some conditioning spray, let it dry. Alright, so now we're ready to start on this side. So here we go. Like I said, not starting at the roots. Starting about 1 inch away from the roots. Or 1/2 inch sometimes when I make a mistake. Oh well, got some dark in there. We're gonna be doing a dark color anyway, so I'm not too stressed out about it. I just want to make sure that I get this through where the banding is. That's the main thing about this. All right, Brad, help me. How do you put this thing in? Because this is where I have a hard time, is getting it to stay while I flip it over. So any tips and tricks would be much appreciated. You're about to see what I'm talking about. So, okay, yep, got my, okay, yay, we got my section. Just gonna make sure one more time that it's in there real good before I flip it over. Okay, now this is the part I have a hard time with. I tend to just try to like, so you could try to go professional style right here, but this still doesn't work out for me well half the time. Half the time this, oh look, okay, it worked out that time, but sometimes it doesn't seem to work very well. So if you could let me know what I'm doing wrong, I would greatly appreciate that. And generous with it. There we go. Okay, and then sometimes, you know what I do? I peel it up. I put a little extra right here if I feel like I just want to make sure, and then I paint it back down. There we go. That's the only banding. Say bye-bye. Okay, now. Getting there. See that? See that? Alright. Let me go through. You do a thin section. Oh, see what I mean by it gets all tangled? Bleach will tangle the shit out of your hair, so you gotta make sure you brush that bitch. Now's the hard part, the back. I usually do try to get help with this, but considering that... Rich! What? I need your help, babe. For the back. Okay, you see how the back, couldn't really, see how it's banded right here? See how it goes like dark up to right there and bands? So we're going up to like right where it bands and then stopping. And then like, see, you have to do both sides though. So like, I have to do this side and then flip it over and do this side. And you have to make sure that you get it to where that band is. But try to leave just a little bit at the root. Try not to touch the roots. Just go from like the roots, like, you know what I mean? Let me see how bad it is right there.
No, I don't know what you mean.
Okay, here. Okay, there. Now it's at least in half. So do you see all this yellow right there?
Yeah.
That's what you're covering. But do you see how at the bottom it's white?
Uh-huh.
Don't put it on the white. Only
Okay,
put it right here on the yellow.
I'll put it on there, but you got the gloves on, so you're doing the separating.
Okay, well, I need to separate first. God damn it. How did this end up right here like that? Let me see. See, this is why it's so fucking hard, dude. I can't see.
I said I'd do that as long as
Okay.
it's separated. Said all the yellow, right?
Yes. Well, Rich, you got it. The back, babe. There's not going to be enough. No, you put it.
Don't get mad at me. You asked me for help.
Rich, I asked you to put it on the back.
I'm on the fucking back. It's on the back. Where?
Rich, you put most of it up here. That's what.
Are you talking about right here?
I'm talking about this whole back area that I can't fucking see. I don't need help in the areas I can see. I need help in the areas I cannot
That's
see.
done.
Yeah, but now you used all the. Now there's not enough to do it.
I am not helping you anymore.
Rich, I asked you specifically, put it in the back, and then you slap all of it on the sides. That's not helping. That's not listening at all.
Style. Style is the answer to everything. A fresh way to approach a dull or dangerous thing. To do a dangerous thing with style is what I call art.
Thank you. Okay. Now that that's done, conditioner. Okay. Now I'm going to take the conditioner, run it through everywhere else.
Why do you have that on your head?
Shh, out. Okay. I just figure when in Rome, I'm going to be putting my head under a big blow dryer thing, but not for long, just for about 3 to 5 minutes, just enough to warm up what's going on up in here. Okay. Okay, this is my dryer that I use. I don't use it with mondo, and I don't use it for long. We keep a cool temperature in our house, so I just like to make sure that I'm warming it up a little bit. Alright, so what I do is I just kind of sit here at a distance, and I kind of just give it a minute. Not close. Just enough to like warm it up to a decent like body temperature. Maybe even a little bit closer to 80 degrees. Alright guys, time to take it off. That's the more right. Alright. And here we go. Yay! We are officially an even light pink. Or light. We are down to a very nice blonde that I can tone. Alright. That banding is gone. So now we just have to wait for another 3 days, and then I am going to tone the top and dye the bottom. I'm so excited. So I just finished combing through my hair, and that is everything that came out. from combing this out when I got out of the shower. Now when I'm in the shower, I use my wide tooth comb when I have my conditioner in, and I do very light combs starting from the end all the way up. So then that way, before I get out, it's already nice and brushed. So when I get out and there's no conditioner in it and I have to brush it, it goes nice and smooth. You can still see a little bit of yellow right here, but I have a strong, hopeful feeling that toner will take care of it. Brad? Yeah? Yeah?